Hello world, hello from New Jersey, hi Instagram. Irina the Healer here. This is my second live stream in English. The first one unfortunately wasn't saved due to some technical problems. I hope this one will be saved. I am expecting a guest tonight. Let me let her know that I am here. And she's my fellow hypnotherapist. Together we go to the HMI college. We're going to talk about hypnotherapy a little bit, maybe about the subconscious mind and how it works. Her name is Vivian. She's an amazing person, and I hope she will join me sometime soon in a second. Okay, she's seeing me now, and okay, hi Vivian. I'm sending you a request. Please join me. Or you can send me a request. Can you see my request? Can we see my invitation? I'm sending you an invitation right now. You should see it. Okay, once again, I'm sending my request. Okay. Can you see my request, Vivian? There's at the bottom of the screen there is a camera, little camera icon. You can touch that, click that, and I may receive your request. Can you hear me now? Okay, it says you're unable to join. We're gonna try again. I'm inviting you now. Can you see my request? Okay, now I can see you. I can hear you too. Hello. Hi.
Oh, so sorry. Talk about delays in technology.
It's okay. We're all learning. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. Very good.
Can you see me okay?
Yeah, I see you and I can hear you perfectly fine. So
good. I was trying to do it on my laptop, but that was not working. So here we are on the phone.
Yeah, I usually go on Instagram. I usually go on my phone. So my dear subscribers, followers, whoever will be watching, today is my second live stream, as I mentioned before, and I have a wonderful guest here with me tonight. We're on different coasts. I'm on the East Coast. She's on the West Coast. So her name is Vivian, and she's my fellow hypnotherapist. We just met, but it feels like we've known each other for so long, right?
Yes.
We had such a beautiful conversation this afternoon. We practiced together. So we go together at HMI College. This is the first, and I think this is the only accredited college in nationally accredited in the United States for hypnotherapy. So we are both students there. We're at the same level in the same group. So today we would like to talk a little bit. We can just freely talk, no specific topic. We didn't prepare for this conversation. I just felt like I want to invite Vivian today to be my guest and just to continue our conversation about hypnotherapy and everything else. Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Nice having you today. Oh, look at that guy.
My little friend Bocce.
Bocce. Hi, Bocce. Nice to meet you. Maybe my camp will show up later. He usually shows up, but right now he's sleeping. Maybe eventually later on he'll show up. So, yes, as we figured out today, we're both spiritual people and we both are into meditation and More than that, we're both into Christianity. I've
Yes,
been serving at the Catholic churches for the last 7 years. I've been an organist, cantor, music director, director of the choir, and I've done music ministry for 7 years now.
that's
And
wonderful.
Vivian works as a minister for women minister, right?
Yes, women's ministry, especially in recovery from all various kinds of hurts and habits and hangups.
Okay, so are you dealing with substance abuse?
A third of the people that come to our recovery program definitely deal with a substance of some sort, addiction perhaps. A lot of other people are just coming for relationship issues or family problems, or maybe they have some of their own fears and phobias.
That's very common,
Yeah.
especially for women, especially nowadays. So you're doing a you have a great mission to
Hmm.
help all those women, well, those lost souls, as I call it, to
Hmm.
recover from their
You
hardships
just want to
from
show
the.
them it's possible
It
and
is
just love on
possible,
people.
especially with the powerful tool that we are gaining at the college, especially, right?
Yes.
And with hypnotherapy, but at this time, by this moment, we already have some tools to help people to help people to overcome their fears and phobias as well as
Yes.
addictions. So have you had such experience yet? I mean, specifically, I know God can create miracles, and through God, many people, me personally, I've seen many people were saved through their belief, okay?
Hmm.
But how can we, as hypnotherapists, implement our skills and our knowledge and our spirituality all together? To your opinion, how can we help those people with such issues?
Well, I feel
Let's
like
say
we can help them.
with
We have
addictions.
with addictions, we can help them to change their mind, which changes their life. So that loop that we get into thinking we need a substance to calm whatever is wrong.
Hmm.
The substance abuse is just a symptom of a deeper issue. And
Yes.
so we can help people bypass their conscious mind
Hmm.
where there might be some blocks in between, right? And we can help them to change their subconscious way of thinking, which helps them to change their mind, and that changes their life.
That's actually what we do as hypnotherapists. That's what the definition of hypnosis is. Many people are afraid
Yes.
of it, by the way.
Right.
When once they hear hypnosis, and doesn't matter which country, which language, people, period, they are just afraid of this, this phenomenon as
Hmm.
hypnosis. Therefore, we have to explain that there's nothing to be afraid of. This is just an everyday state that we all go into, but we can use this natural state of hypnosis to help people overcome their issues,
That's
their
right.
pain. Yeah. Hmm.
And we can help them readdress some things that maybe they've stuffed down or put in the back and don't understand. Excuse me, just a moment. Let
It's
me let a dog
okay.
out.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
A lot of times we form associations with things that are possibly negative things, and then
Hmm.
we continue to use them in our lives, even though they no longer serve us. And
Yeah.
so through hypnosis, we can help them to make better associations to things that will help them. And
And go ahead.
go ahead.
I wanted to ask, I have my own opinion, but I would like to hear yours. Do you think it is possible to help person to change, as you said, their mind without them wanting it? Do you think it's possible?
Well, I think because hypnosis is a do with, not a do
Mm-hmm.
to, they have to
Mm-hmm.
be ready for it. I have a lot of good friends that may benefit from hypnosis, but until they seek me out,
Mm-hmm.
I can't I can't force anybody. I feel like it's very much it's a process of cooperation. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're allowing me to walk you through some steps, and without that cooperation, I don't think that it'll work as well. I think it could work because you can meditate with others, but unless they're cooperating, like they're cooperatively letting you reach through that conscious mind and work on those subconscious things, it's very much about consent.
Absolutely. I totally agree to this. Yes, can't agree more. But some people think that hypnosis is something manipulative, that you're going to
No.
invade their mind and figure out their secrets and their dark sides maybe, and they're embarrassed of
Right,
that and all that. But we're here to help. This is our mission. That's why we're here. Okay, we're
right.
here, and yes, you're right. Without person's consent, we can't really change anything. And it's always, as I usually say, it's work 50 by 50, like 50% what I can do, and your 50%, I can't do it for you. You have to
That's
do it
right.
yourself. Okay, the other
And
50%.
they have to be very open-minded to it.
Mhm,
We're all suggestible, whether it's that we see the same kind of car driving down the road over and over again, and then
mhm,
suddenly we want to get a car like that. So
mhm,
we're all suggestible to
mhm,
some extent, but
mhm,
it's about them being willing to work with us in that
mhm.
therapeutic setting to help them change some of their behaviors, maybe, or their thinking about their behaviors, and that will help them to change into the person they want to be, achieve the goals that they've set for themselves.
Absolutely. Otherwise, it may be impossible, even no matter how much we have to help them, but the person has to be willing to help themselves. They have to be willing to help themselves in the first
That's
place. Without
right.
that, um, yeah. So yes. Do you have, in your experience, in your maybe practice, I've heard that you have a background, a solid background with hypnotherapy. I know your mom was a hypnotherapist, and
Yes.
you've been hypnotized as a child, and you've
Hmm.
done a wonderful job with your daughter who delivered just recently. She had a baby, and you did an amazing job with her. So, have you had any other experiences other than within your family? Maybe you had some clients or some friends that you helped, and what was the outcome?
Well, I work on a weekly basis. I teach a movement and meditation class. So I lead about three like guided meditations a week. So I'm definitely working with clients. They report back to me that they feel more relaxed, that they're able to let go of anxiety or anxious thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
that they're able to set goals and then set aside that time of quietness when we walk through that guided meditation to
Mm-hmm.
achieve different things in their lives. I don't have, I'm just beginning. We're about halfway through our schooling now. So,
Yes.
so as
With
for taking official clients yet,
Mhm.
I have not started. I'm just
Mhm.
working on pro bono clients
Uh-huh.
right now.
Okay, that's fine. But you've mentioned that anxiety and all other issues. Let's talk about it a little bit more because what we've learned at HMI, anxiety is usually connected to our very ancient part of our mind, which is called
Hmm.
primitive mind in Capucinian model of hypnosis.
That's,
Okay,
that's
primitive
right.
mind that we are born with. It's like a built-in. Something built in that we
Hmm.
all are born with it, and this primitive mind has actually it has more than two responses. It has four, but we usually mention two, and the two of main responses are fight and flight. Fight and flight. Fight
Right.
is usually connected with arms, with the hands, and desire to it comes from our ancestors, and it is connected to anxiety. And the
Hmm.
flight is connected to legs, actually has to do with the
Yes.
legs and running away from the predators in the back in the days. Okay, and nowadays in modern society, we don't have to do all that. We don't have to physically fight. It's not actually accepted in the society anymore,
Hmm.
and we don't really run away from predators anymore. And so the fight response is usually transforming into anxiety, and the flight response usually goes into depression. That's when you deal with the depression. That's where the clue is, usually
That's
in
right.
that part of our mind, which is primitive mind.
That's right. Right.
Yeah.
And I find that anxiety in people is usually a fear of the future or some sort of anxious thinking about what's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's
Mm-hmm.
going to happen. And depression seems to be um, almost like a rumination of what did happen and
Mm-hmm.
sadness regarding what may
With
have
the
happened in the
past, something
past.
in the
Right,
past. Yeah, most people don't live in the present moment. They either
right.
focus on the future, what's going to happen to me, the fear of future. I sometimes even call it the fear of living, the fear
Yes.
of life. And the other one is the fear of the past. Not even a fear, but the people get stuck in the past.
That's right.
They keep thinking of what they should have done or what they could have done, and they didn't, right, and they get depressed because of that. Yeah, very few people live in the present moment, and this is such a I try to keep myself in the present moment, and this is such a powerful feeling. Like you're
It
living
is.
right now. This is going on right now.
And
This
that's all we
moment.
really have is this moment, and helping people to live in the moment, live in their body,
Mhm.
especially. A lot of people sort of numb out and they disassociate is a popular word for that. We don't live in the present moment. Maybe it's painful, or maybe we don't like the way our life is. And so we get kind of stuck, not living in our body, but trying to numb out from what's going on
Yes, and
around us. And
many,
hypnosis helps with that.
yeah, many people numb themselves out with substances, different
That's
kind of
right.
substances.
Or
But that
busyness
doesn't resolve the
or
issue.
food,
Yes.
or, I mean, there's all kinds of ways to numb out. Even exercise, right? Even
Oh,
exercise to an
sometimes even
excess.
that. Yes, absolutely. I know people who avoid depression actually using the
Hmm.
exercises, but which is
Absolutely.
not bad, which is the healthiest way, to deal with it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it doesn't solve the inner underlying condition. It doesn't solve it on its own.
Well, and
So,
really the goal is to have a life that you're living because you're enjoying it, right? And that you're
yes,
not trying to escape your life constantly. And I cannot
absolutely.
recommend HMI enough. So if there's anyone
Oh
listening that's
yeah.
interested in this
Oh yeah.
pathway of a career,
Oh yeah.
this program is top notch, and helping me to learn to live in the present moment, and then being able to help other people learn to live in the present
Absolutely.
moment, whether it's because of addiction or because of past harm or hangups that they maybe have in their own lives, right? In their
Childhood
families.
trauma.
That's right.
Childhood trauma.
That's right.
Hmm. This is, I can tell, I've been to so many trainings and different schools and everything, but this one is so far is the best of the best. I can't praise it enough.
It's
The best instructors,
fantastic.
the best curriculum ever, the best practicum workshops and everything. It's just the highest level. I would say
Hmm.
this is one of the toppest of the top,
Right. It's
if you will.
fantastic. No, it
Yeah,
is.
it
It's
is.
fantastic. Top
It is
notch. I feel like they are
top
very
notch.
engaged and they
Mhm.
are all educated and know their trade. They know exactly how to explain it to us. And there's so much hands-on practice with our practicum workshops that we get. And yeah, I cannot recommend it enough. I really hope that I can bring others along with me to
Mhm.
take this training and take this educational system that they have in
Mhm.
play, the way that they do it with all of the case conferences. It's really top notch, especially as far as therapists go. I
And
was
most of
pursuing
them,
being a counselor, and it was just not even to this level at all.
if not all of them, are actually HMI graduates.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
of the instructors that we have right now, I think all of them are.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So, and
we'll learn
they're,
more about the AOS. There's a second year program that'll actually
mhm,
get you a degree in body psychology or
mhm,
occupational therapy.
mhm.
And we're going to learn more about that, I think, later this evening. They're going to have actually
Yes, we're going to
a
the
webinar.
conference.
Yeah.
And as for the stress you mentioned a little bit earlier,
Hmm.
this might give some relief to those who need it. There is no stress in the present
That's
moment. Right
right.
now, right now, there's no stress. The stress is always somewhere in the past. That's something that already happened.
That's right.
But if you focus on right here and now, there is no stress.
Right.
So maybe
Everything's taken
this,
care of for the moment. And if
yes.
we just focus on this moment and the things we can do to work on healing our inner selves, we
Mhm.
can do so much more with our lives. So
Yes,
much more.
we can. But at the same time, there are issues that a person can't resolve on his own,
That's
on her own.
right.
That, okay, you need help. You need
I
help
think
from
that's what's so beautiful about
trained
this program
specialists.
is that it's
Mhm.
set up for this. We have that first session of the cognitive,
Mhm.
the talking through what are the issues, making a plan. And then there's 5 to 10 to 15 sessions that they can go
Mhm.
through after that with us, where we
Mhm.
directly deal with them and their
Step
issues by
by step.
accessing the subconscious.
Mhm. True. Yeah, and as you've mentioned before, we all are suggestible, but there are different types of suggestibility. Some people go into this, they are able to get hypnotized much faster, much easier. But some people who are more intellectual, more analytical, usually before the Capucinian model came up, they thought that they are not hypnotizable, and there were pretty high percentage of those people who were
That's right.
considered non-hypnotizable
That's right.
until Dr. John Kappas came up with his research, and he's got such a huge library there. They have a big library and the researches and studies and the clinical studies and everything on that. So he came up with this model and with
Right.
different suggestibility types, which changed the whole game completely.
It's
Changed it.
amazing.
And now we know that there are physical suggestible people and there are emotional suggestible. That's the cornerstone of the
That's right.
Capucinian hypnosis,
And
and that's
the most
really
important thing
changed the
is that
whole
everyone is
perspective.
suggestible,
Mm-hmm.
right? Everyone is
Yeah,
suggestible. It's a matter of how we learn, how we receive
and a
information.
different
That's the
approach.
difference. That's
And,
right.
and the approach that the hypnotherapist should consider. So that's why we take tests before we even start that
That's
therapy.
right.
We have to figure out what type of suggestibility the person is. We have to do those tests, figure out, and there you go.
Yeah, and
And
there's no pass or
absolutely,
fail. That's the beautiful part. A
it's
lot of
true.
times with testing, you're going to pass or you're going to fail. With this, we just learn about the person. We learn about what they know and how they learn and how they receive information so that we can better work with them to get them into hypnosis.
Absolutely, yes. We can better assist them. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. The mastery, the I would call it the art of hypnotherapy. I would call it
Well,
art
and this
because
school has been around since 1968.
oh
I mean, it
yes.
is not a new school. This is not a new idea. This is a school that's been around for almost 60 years now,
Almost
55 years. Yeah, and it's just
57.
yes, it's amazing. So
It
to
is.
think that there's been a school operating under this whole way of doing things for all of this time, and now thankfully because of COVID, right, everything's online, so you can do your degree through this school through an online
You,
portal. I
you
mean, what
don't
a
you don't
gift,
even have to come to California anymore. Although
right?
I would love to.
Me
I would
too. But
really love to
what
go
a
there.
gift. I mean,
But
this
yeah,
is something good that came out of COVID, I guess, right? So
yes.
everything's online. All of the instructors teach via Zoom, so you can meet with them in through Zoom, and they're live. They're live, so it's not all recorded. You're actually interacting with the instructors, and so it's just a fantastic
It
program.
is. Yes, it is. So as we keep moving on in our program, we're entering the 301 module actually tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow, yes, and we'll be learning about business.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, while I had a big gap, I don't know how there are two different groups. So mine 201 finished like a while ago, like 2 weeks ago, and I had
Hmm.
to wait for the other group to start tomorrow. And while I had this uh, gap, I went to Tony Robbins training too,
How
and I,
fun.
I completed that program. It was something else. It was also very,
He
very
just seems like
powerful.
such a neat program. His programs, I've always wanted to go to one of his in person because I know in
Oh,
person he's such a
yeah.
dynamic
Yeah,
man,
he
such a
is.
dynamic
But he
character.
was talking about it. He had to cancel like 3 or 4 times because of COVID. When the COVID started, that's when he built this studio in Florida. He invested
Oh,
like
wow. Oh,
$5 million in
oh,
it.
wow.
That's why, because he schedules his events like a few months before, and then the
Right.
COVID started, and people had to cancel, and he had to move the whole event. It was hard to do, but he had to move it to another state, and
Right.
goes there, the tickets sold, people come, and then they not ban, but they cancel it there due to the pandemic. Then he moved to another state and they canceled it there. So see how persistent he is. And then he decided to build this
Yeah.
studio. So
I think
yeah,
that was what was planned for him all along.
and
He just had to get to
now
that
the
place.
whole world, yeah, now people from all over the world can participate, which is a really gift at the
Yeah, I've
technologies.
seen some of his videos. He's
And
amazing. I would love to attend.
if it wasn't for technologies, I would be unable to enter HMI.
Right.
Okay, I
Same.
wouldn't even know
Yeah.
about it, right? And same thing with Tony Robbins. I would never dream in my wildest dreams that I
Right.
will ever visit some of his events.
Right.
Now I've experienced both, and I'm so blessed. I feel so blessed. I'm happy, and now is time to implement all those skills and knowledges into our
That's
practice.
right.
Yes.
And it's very exciting. I can't wait to start taking clients. I think we'll be taking clients in the next probably 8 to 10 weeks. We'll be able to start
Oh,
taking our pro bono clients.
oh
So
wow.
if
Are
anyone
you
is
ready?
interested in that sort of thing, you can actually sign up with our school to be a pro bono client, and
Hmm.
that's really cool. So we get practice. They have a practicum session of our section of our schooling where we
Hmm.
have to work
Which
with
will be
actually live
monitored
people.
and supervised by senior
That's
instructors, which is great
right.
opportunity for people to have this hypnotherapy sessions with
That's right.
us. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what a great opportunity for the public. They get to get a taste of it without having to pay,
Mhm.
our full price,
Yes.
and they get to check it out, see what it's like. So I've sent out the links to friends and family. I encourage all of my loved ones to check it out, try it, see how it feels, what you like about it. Um, yeah, it's just an amazing program that we'll be connected to forever, hopefully, because we can work through
Yeah, this is a
our school to
lifetime journey.
continue.
Yeah, this is a lifetime
Yeah.
journey. For me,
This should be an advertisement for HMI.
yeah, I've seen some advertisement. I see periodically. I see it in the Instagram feed. I
Hmm.
see it on Facebook.
Yeah,
That's how I figured out.
yeah,
That's how I found out about HMI, which was a blessing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is such a blessing, and you inspired me today to set up my Instagram page. I had planned to, and I just had not done it. So you inspired me to do that
I'm
today, and
glad.
I was able to do that. And yeah, just moving along, checking off the
Yeah.
list of things of starting this business
Hmm.
and how that looks and what the business side looks like versus
Hmm.
the side where we're practicing. It's just all a
Hmm.
journey and learning so much all along the way.
Yeah, I haven't decided yet whether I will be doing it in Russian or in English, maybe in both
Yeah.
languages, who knows? But first I established this page in Russian. It was only
Hmm.
Russian, but now I'm leaning towards English more and more because why not? Since I'm
Yeah.
bilingual and I would love to help people, especially, who I know, maybe who I don't know, but they will eventually become my clients, and in my
Well,
community. I would love to serve where I
yeah.
live.
Well, and you
So
can do both.
yeah.
What a blessing that you can reach people from your homeland, right? And reach people in your new home. So
Yeah.
what a true
Right
blessing
now,
that you
it's
can.
it's quite difficult now reaching
Mhm.
out to people in my homeland because of the sanctions and
Oh,
what's going on all
oh,
over.
right,
But there
right.
are there are many Russian-speaking people all over the world. They're like
And I would
scattered
never,
around the.
yeah, I
Yeah,
would
you
never
can meet
resonate
them
with them. You will, right? You will be able
probably.
to reach them, but they would probably not reach out to me because we don't have the same language. We have a language barrier, but you have
Yes.
that gift now that you can offer to your um homeland people, even
Hmm.
if they're not there,
Yeah.
right? That you can reach out and speak with them and they can speak to you in
Hmm.
your own home language, and just what a
Absolutely.
blessing that is. Yeah, what a
So
blessing. So
what a
I would,
powerful
that's right.
institution HMI is. I mean, it can help globally, not only in
That's right.
California, the way it used to be before. It started from California, from John Kappas himself. It was only him at
Mm-hmm.
first, but now look, it grows, it keeps growing, and now it's
Yes.
spreading worldwide, which is amazing.
It's
This is amazing.
amazing. And I'm so
Yeah.
grateful that we can attend on Zoom like we do, because I never would have gotten to go to California for 2 years, to
Yes.
take these
Yes.
classes and become educated in this topic. So
Mhm.
I'm just grateful.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely
me
grateful.
too.
I'm grateful that they train us so well too, that we feel like we have authority in this area.
Yes.
Because of the training. Their training is so top notch that I feel like I am an authority in this area
And in
now
just two
versus,
years, you can have a degree in
right.
psychology, body mind
I'm so
psychology.
excited.
That's absolutely amazing. Yeah, no
Yeah.
one has it. I think no one has it.
And what
And
a
of course,
top-notch education. Yeah. I mean, it's just, yeah, I can't say enough about it. So,
mhm.
yeah,
And if you feel like it's your calling, I'm encouraging the others to attend to join
that's
HMI college,
right.
because this will be your lifetime investment. This will be like something that absolutely life-changing experience for you.
And they take new students all the time. There's
Yeah.
new consorts that start every month or two,
Oh,
I think,
really?
where you would start at a different time.
Oh,
So they start with different
perfect.
sections. Like we started in November, but there was another group
Hmm.
that started in October and
Hmm.
another group that started in September. So every month or two, they start a
I
new
think I,
group of students.
I think I started in October. That's
Oh,
why I
did
had to
you?
wait. Yeah, I
Okay. Yeah,
started in
I was like,
October.
I took the first class, the history of hypnosis, in October, but I didn't actually sign up until I think November 4th or
Oh,
something like that.
okay, I got you. Yeah, we have a trial period there.
hmm
How many days? Like 30 days or 60?
I
60
think it's
days, I think.
60.
Yeah,
Yeah,
trial
60
period,
days.
and then you
hmm
decide whether or not this is for you. Absolutely, this is I had no doubt from day one. I had no
Same.
doubt. This is absolutely my
Well,
thing.
and it never occurred to me. I've been taking my training to become a biblical counselor and then like
Uh-huh.
a life counselor, basically to work with people in
Oh,
recovery of whatever.
oh,
And
perfect.
I was waiting to do my practicum where you have like oversight, and it was just kind of a depressing idea to do just talk therapy. I felt so limited in that
Mm-hmm.
idea. So to be
Hmm.
able to do hypnosis as a tool to help
Hmm.
people overcome a lot of these things, sometimes talking about it doesn't always help. We
Hmm.
can talk to a certain degree, but then we need the tools, right? Somebody to help us achieve that place where we can actually get better. So I'm really excited to dive into this more and to finish our schooling and start to work with clients in private practice. So, and my phone is ringing. I'm so
Is
sorry.
that your phone? I thought it was
Yes,
mine. Okay, go
sorry about
ahead.
that.
No
Well,
problem.
no, that's okay. I'll let it go to voicemail, and then when we
Okay,
switch out to
just
go to our AOS.
okay. We're gonna finish soon,
Yeah,
like in 10 minutes.
yeah.
But yeah, this is absolutely amazing. And also, I wanted to discuss what else I wanted to mention. Dream therapy,
hmm
guided imagery. We have all those beautiful, wonderful tools and past life
Handwriting
regression.
analysis,
There are so many different modalities in hypnosis. It's
childbirth
not
and
just a
hypnosis.
hypnotherapy. There are
No,
so many.
there's
You can choose your own style, your own
your own
direction, wherever
specialty.
you want to go, specialty, wherever you want to go.
There's
What do you
family
want to?
therapy. I
Mhm.
think our class tomorrow night is family systems, working with
Uh-huh.
different kinds
Yeah,
of
we're
family
starting
systems
tomorrow.
and how we were raised.
So you have an experience with counseling people, right? Am I
hmm
right? You have the experience that's the cognitive part. I
That's right.
mean, you have that.
Yes.
Now you have both. That's
Yes.
that's amazing. Yeah.
And so I think I'll be able to reach a greater amount of people
Uh-huh.
because, like I said, talk therapy works great, but
Hmm.
also sometimes talking about it can be re-triggering. So
Hmm.
we work with the subconscious mind to help release a lot of those issues that we may have, that we get stuck in that loop of doing the same thing over and over again and can't figure out why.
Yeah.
This helps with that
Yeah.
because we can bypass the conscious mind. We
Hmm.
can help get down into the root of things, and maybe it was something that
That
happened in your
that.
childhood, or maybe it was
Yeah,
whatever.
that's
So
why the traditional psychology does not always help if you don't use this powerful tool of working with subconscious mind specifically,
yeah,
because psychology is nothing but just talking, no matter how many
right.
books you read, and it not doesn't only always help.
And it's very
But
valuable, don't get me wrong, the
it
psychology
it is
portion, especially of this program, very
it is
valuable,
it
but
is
it's
but
limited.
Nothing is stronger than subconscious. As we know, it rules. The subconscious mind has 88% of the mind power. So
That's right.
there's no comparison to just 12% of the rest of it. Okay, there's no
Well, and
comparison.
think of things
Subconscious
like
drives.
smoking. Like you know smoking is bad, and
Mhm.
yet you continue to want to
Yeah,
smoke, even
yeah,
if you don't smoke anymore. And
absolutely.
so accessing the subconscious mind to change that loop that you're going through of wanting to, thinking about it, changing that loop through hypnosis, and you can be free of things like that. You can have
Mhm,
freedom from addictions or
mhm,
strongholds
mhm.
or even behaviors that you know are just not good, maybe overeating, or there's so many ways to take this. I've also used it with hypnosis with childbirth. You know, we
Yeah.
can change the idea that birth is pain. We can
Mhm.
take that pain, and through hypnosis, we can focus our minds to replace some of those trigger pain words for
Mhm.
words that are not so related to
And
pain.
you did an amazing job with your daughter,
Hmm.
helping her to
And I used
deliver
hypnobirthing. Yeah, I used it with my own
painless.
births.
And she
Yes, it was
avoided the
amazing.
cesarean cut. She
That's right.
avoided with your help. She was
That's
able
right.
to.
We did
That's
four
great.
sessions.
And
It
with
was amazing.
what do we do with hypnosis? We just when we reach the subconscious mind, we change those negative associations to
That's right.
positive, because people have negative and positive associations implanted in their subconscious mind, and that becomes their life script. And how can you change your life script? Your subconscious will never allow you to, no matter how you want logically, you desire, you know, you use your power of will, you use your imaginations, whatever. But once there's a script, once there's association formed
Hmm.
about certain conditions, certain things or habits,
That's right.
that's it. It's gonna work just like computer program until you go
That's right.
there and reprogram it. That's what we basically do.
That's right.
And
And you know
that's
what's interesting? People think hypnosis is like we can make you cluck like a chicken or
yeah,
bark like a dog.
yeah,
We
yeah,
can't
yeah,
do any of
yeah.
that. There's a
No,
very
no.
small percentage of the population that's very, very suggestible, and they use them in those TV
Mhm,
shows or those stage
mhm,
shows. But
mhm.
most people are not like that. They have a different, we all have different ways we receive information,
Yes,
and we
stage
can't be forced
hypnosis
without
is
consent.
actually, stage hypnosis is totally different, something different. It's not clinical. What we're
No,
studying is clinical hypnosis, and the purpose of clinical hypnosis is
that's
to
right.
help people to overcome their issues. And the
In a
purpose of
therapeutic
stage
place.
hypnosis, the stage hypnosis is has a different purpose, which is not
Yeah.
bad. It's just a
No,
show to
it's entertainment.
entertainment, which is good. It makes people feel good, laugh about
That's
something,
right.
to have fun, to spend nice time with their relatives, you know, even to participate in it. It's a lot of fun. Okay, but it's
That's
just
right.
different purpose. And some people are very, very talented stage hypnotherapists. I've seen a couple. Even now in our
Yeah.
401k, there's a
Yeah.
stage hypnotists who are just amazing. Okay, but
Yes.
this is just a little bit
But this is
different.
a therapeutic setting. This is for
Yeah,
therapy. This is for
yes,
helping people to overcome
specific,
some difficult things in their life, or perhaps
correct.
become just a more successful person than they were before by
Mhm.
believing different things. And we help them change their inner
Mindset.
beliefs through, yes, through
On
hypnotherapy.
a deeper level, not just on the conscious
That's
level
right.
logically, okay, but on the subconscious level, so
That's
that
right.
your subconscious mind finally allows you to change that life script,
That's right.
to change to something, to release something that no longer serves you, and to accept a new ideas that will serve you much better at this point.
And
Okay,
sometimes
that's what.
we have fears that hold us back, and we can do a lot of that fear release through
Mhm,
hypnosis.
mhm,
And a lot of people, we acquire fears, negative associations as we move through life. You
mhm,
know, kind of like if you touch the stove, it may be
mhm,
hot, it's going to burn you. You start to learn that association with a stove.
mhm.
We can help change that association through
Yes.
hypnosis.
Yes, it takes a few sessions,
Hmm.
and it takes some work, but it's worth it.
It
Absolutely
is
worth it.
absolutely worth
Mhm.
it.
Okay. So, Vivian, it was so nice
Yes,
having you today,
it was
tonight. Thank you
wonderful.
so much for visiting. And I
Yes,
hope this is just the beginning of our new journey.
definitely.
And nice having you. Yeah, thank you very much for listening to us, whoever was listening. or whoever will be listening, watching the recorded video.
Absolutely.
And we will see you again sometime soon, I hope. Thank you,
Yes,
Vivian.
peace and grace to you. We'll see you next time.
Peace and grace. Take care. Bye bye. Thank
Thank
you.
you.